So coming up next, we have an amazing opportunity for you to explore the table topics floor. Are you ready? Yes? Yes. So we have a very seasoned speaker, and definitely table topics is one of the very interesting sessions where you get to speak on anything. You can just take a breath and relax now. So as a table topics master, we have a very seasoned speaker, a trainer by profession, distinguished Toastmaster, sponsor of Founders Toastmasters Club, mentor of many clubs in Hong Kong and Singapore, 16 years Toastmastering and speaking. Please welcome Coin Zen. Over to you, Coin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Day Manju. Thank you for having me today and to speak after Steve. He is the real heavyweight of tonight's meeting. So we'll quickly kick off my session, the table topic session. So I'll like to share screen first. Can you see the Google slide? Okay, that's great. So table topics. This is the most exciting part of the Toastmasters meeting. The main objective is really to challenge our members and guests to develop their impromptu communication skills, okay, by answering unrehearsed questions. So the key word is unrehearsed. So thinking on your feet. So this session is designed by Toastmasters over many years. It's specifically designed to develop 4 essential communication skills. First up, and what many people forget, is really listening skills. Listen before you speak. And even before you speak, you should start thinking about the topic or the points you want to communicate across to your audience. And then, of course, thought organization of your speech, and finally, delivering your speech, speaking. So the time signal for the table topic is 1 to 2 minutes. At the 1 minute, the green card or sign or background will be shown by our timer. And at 1 minute and 30 seconds, the yellow, and at 2 minutes, the red card. You have another 30 seconds grace to wrap up your speech. So I want everyone here today, wow, the 45 people, 50 people here tonight, to take this opportunity to speak up. We've prepared lots of questions tonight, so this will be fun tonight. So I don't want to release the question first. I would like to ask for volunteer. Yes, and is there?
I have a small interruption here.
Sorry?
I have a small interruption here.
Yes, please.
Our guest speaker, Steve, would like to leave as he has another appointment. So shall we award a certificate?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So,
Toastmaster of the day?
Yes. Yes. Over to you, Coin. You can award the certificate now. So request Steve to...
I don't know how to give you, but hey, thank you for coming, Steve.
We'll take a picture with the screen. May I request the Zoom master to help us take a picture?
We can't take if I'm sharing. We can't take if I'm sharing.
Just like you are.
We can't take if I'm sharing. So if I stop share, then we can't see the certificate. Well, that's the limitation of Zoom. But yeah.
Take a picture, please.
Okay, so Bharat will take a picture.
Yeah. Please.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Steve. One more.
In fact,
Thank you.
interesting ways of hybrid meetings.
Yes, we'll send that to Steve. Bharat will send that to Steve as a PDF or as a picture or something. Thank you very much, Steve. I really learned a lot from you, especially someone who is, like you say, a complete newbie in LinkedIn. Okay.
Our sincere gratitude and wholesome for all the wholesome efforts for this session. Thank you, Steve. And back to you, Coin.
Thank you. So can I ask for volunteers, please? Bharat has sent me the names of some people, but I cannot access that now because if I switch my screen, I will show our WhatsApp, which is not so nice. Can you tell me who are the people who have already volunteered for this table topic session?
Sorry, can you tell the names?
Or Paul can tell us, maybe.
No, we had a slight change. Sorry.
Or anyone can just jump in.
Ali, our new member, was joined after 4 months.
Really, anyone? I cannot see who volunteered.
So
because
Joyce, Joyce.
Ali.
Oh.
Our member Ali, who has just joined after first time he's joining after he's joined.
Okay, let's go with this. We go for Ali and then Joyce, because I've heard Paul said that, and then Jessica, who raised her hand, which I can see. The rest I can't really see. So the guys on the ground or the Zoom master, you have to tell me who has volunteered. Okay, let's go with Ali. Are you ready? Okay, remember the timing device. Okay, timer, are you ready?
Your topic. Stop sharing your screen.
Well, wait. I have to give him the topic, right? Okay, Ali, your topic is, if you have a chance to completely reinvent yourself, what job or profession will you take up?
Oh,
if you have a chance to completely reinvent yourself, what job or profession will you do? Ali.
I'm a civil servant. I'm a expert in agricultural field, but what I want to do is completely different. Actually, as far as I know myself, I'm 42 years old now, and at the time that I passed, I realized I'm into education business, and I like teaching. I like help children, students. And I'm trying to do that as much as I can. I'm trying to get help from my wife, who is a teacher, and from other people to make something like a coaching, but with baby steps at the moment. I like it because I like children to grow their selves, and I like to pass along the information that I got. You have to share your information. I believe everyone has to share something, what you have, what they have from life. If you have money, you should share. If you have knowledge, you should share. So I will choose education. That's my point. Thank you.
Thank you, Ali, for sharing. Your real intention. Not really at your job. I guess a lot of people have this way of thinking. Sometimes some people don't really like their jobs. You can also talk to me. I've been a teacher. I'm still a teacher, and secretly want to teach kids, but outside of a school environment. Now I'm in a school environment, so you can reach out to me. Thank you very much. We will go with Joyce before going with Jessica. Joy.
Hi.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, now I will share my screen. And your question is, if you were a late night talk show host, who would you invite as your guest? If you were a late night talk show host, who will you invite as your guest? Joyce.
Okay, so it's already started, right?
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Wow, what's the topic? So, well, if I have a chance to be a late night host, a talk show host, I'd like to invite my grandpa, who passed away 4 years ago. Why? Because I would like to have another chance to talk with him. Because I record, he actually shared a very, very interesting experience to me. When he was young, he was at school, and at that time there was civil war, so they actually suffering from starvation, but still they had to like pay for the school tuition. But most of them are poor and don't have money. So instead, some of them they're allowed to pay by contributing rice or contributing food to the school. So he shared with me that some of them actually being very playful or just being or because they're really poor, they actually putting pebbles into their pack of rice instead of contributing a full bag of rice to the school. And he said that they laugh a lot, they make a lot of jokes because of that. And even though that it's during the Civil War time, they had a really good time. They still had a good time at school, playing basketball and trying to enjoy this by trying to enjoy a lot at school to try to learn as much as they can. And to get back to the topic, so I would like to learn more from him that how their lives were back then at the Civil War and their school lives. And most importantly, I want to be to hug my grandpa one last time. So thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Wow, if we could turn back time, there are so many people, those little moments we want to relive and to chat with them. Definitely, definitely. Okay, thank you, Joyce. Let's have Jessica, who raised her hand. Yes, Jessica, we know each other, a very successful coach. Are you ready? Okay, so I gotta change here. Okay, Jessica, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, and your topic is, what's the silliest thing you're pretty good at? What's the silliest thing you are pretty good at? Jessica.
Imagine walking onto a train at 2 o'clock in a busy train station in Barcelona. You look around and everyone's staring at you. And not just because you're 180 centimeters tall, blonde, blue-eyed in short, very thin, tiny Spain. But rather, that day, I was going to a clown class, a 4-day intensive workshop on New Year's Eve 6 years ago, outside of Barcelona. And the instructions from the clown teacher were, do something silly that scares you. Now, what would you all do? You can type in the chat box, it might be interesting actually. What is something that is just silly that nobody would do that isn't scared of people judging them? So some of my colleagues, they put a broom in their, not a broom, a brush in their hair. Some other colleagues, they wore something on their face. They wore their jacket backwards. Yeah, and for 3 hours on the train and walking around the small town Spain, we absorbed the judgment from the people. But I did something that is scarier than traveling to Egypt by yourself in a backpack, which is quite scary. I put my underwear on top of my pants. And it was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life because people think you're crazy. And social isolation literally hurts our nervous system because if people don't like us, they reject us and we die alone because they exclude us from the community. And so being weird, being strange, being silly when everybody is normal literally hurts our system. And we try and be normal, respectful, and linked in normal. And so the silliest thing I've ever done is be silly, being a clown. And actually the reason I am getting quite successful in public speaking is because I've done 300 hours of clown classes. I've learned to go on stage, be rejected, not be laughed at, being laughed at, and learned that my self-esteem is deeper than just what people think of me. And it's real self-esteem. And And so being a clown in hospitals in Barcelona is the scariest thing and the silliest thing I've ever done. And you should do it. Hark!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, being a clown definitely is one thing. As we say in, I don't know, some parts of the world, when you act silly, you'll be like, yeah, don't be a clown, right? So that's what people say. Thank you very much. Now let's have Shobna.
I also want to add that Bharat also volunteered for Bharat Palibal, also volunteered for table
Thank
topics.
you. We'll have Shobna and then Bharat. Okay. Shobna, are you ready?
I'm here.
Can you highlight Shobna, please? Yes, Shobna. Yes. Okay. Let's.
Can you see me? Yeah.
Zoom Master, please highlight Shobna. Yes,
Hi.
thank you.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Yes, you are here. Oh,
Ready. Yeah.
Okay, and your topic is, what's the worst piece of advice you've been given and accepted? You know, a lot of people can give you advice, but hey, you actually accept it and perhaps carry it out. So what's the worst piece of advice you've been given and accepted, Shobna?
That's a very interesting question. Worst piece of advice I've been given and I accepted. The worst piece of advice that I got was when somebody said that gosh, that's a curious one. Okay, that I accepted. I'm the kind of person who actually does not accept advice easily. And if it is the worst advice, it's even harder for me to accept. But like you said, since this is the table topic of the day, I will tell you what it is. The advice that was the worst thing is that somebody told me that if you walk under a ladder, you know, when you, it's that superstition where you walk under a ladder and then there will be bad luck for you. So imagine on a road when there is a ladder leaning against a building and you walk under it, it's the belief is that it is bad luck. So somebody gave me this advice that do not walk under that ladder, otherwise you'll get some bad luck. And obviously, as everyone knows, that when you have faith and belief in something, it will actually come true. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You walk under a ladder and especially when I did that, and I was like, it happened inadvertently, and I was so scared. And I was like, oh no, something terrible is going to happen. Something is going to happen. It's one of those things that even till today, walking under a ladder is a silly advice. It is one of the worst advice I've been given, but I still follow it. I do not walk under a ladder, I walk around it. So that's my thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I like the word self-fulfilling prophecy. As a language evaluator, I like that because it reinforces, right? You keep thinking about it and therefore it becomes true. In fact, that's what politicians do. Thank you very much. Let's have Bharat, the other Bharat, but the rest of the people, please continue to volunteer. I cannot see who volunteered, so you can type in the chat or you can tell the Zoom master. Okay, can we highlight Bharat, please?
We are good to go for one more table topic speaker.
I see. Okay, let's have Bharat. Okay, Bharat, are you ready? Okay, let's go. Oops. Okay, and your topic is, if you are a car, which brand and model would you be? If you are a car, which brand and model would you be? Bharat.
Hey, hi, founders. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, I think this question in this audience is it's a no-brainer. I think all of here are coming from an entrepreneurial spirit and tech savvy. So my answer to that is, if I would be a car, I would be of brand Tesla. And yeah, I think this audience quite relate to that. So I would be of brand Tesla, and the model, I don't remember the latest model, which is doing a lot of news in the Europe. I have been reading few articles that during the COVID pandemic, Tesla has been able to increase their sales 37% in Europe alone. And that is all due to the latest model. So, and that comes with few advantages of latest technologies, AI, ML, all those stuff, like your Google Home is inside your car and you can do a lot of good stuff, use your technologies, save your time pretty much in most efficient and productive way. So if I would be a car, it would be a Tesla. And there are 3 reasons for that. One, Tesla is a brand which I could easily correlate to, but the idea is the concept behind that, which is you use the source of your resources, which is future and trying to save our carbon footprint less if we adopt those future ready models more and more. So that is one. And I think in this group, everyone would easily correlate to that. Second, if you want to aim something, then aim for high. So Tesla is a model, or the founders of Tesla is always a role model for me that I closely follow up. And the way they have been, able to always make, I mean, imagine in COVID times, right? I mean, everywhere business is under pressure. But I would love to share the articles which I've been going through in this group. And with that high valued car, their models are pretty expensive, right? Even in Hong Kong, but they are able to upsell their models very high, and they increase their sales 37%. That's really high, all due to this new model. So, yep, that's my answer.
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed, Tesla is the company to watch for the next 10 years. You may become the world's largest automotive company, although it is already the largest by market capitalization. Yeah. Thank you, Bharat. Timer, do you have the timing for each of our speakers, please? Do you keep? Oh, can you just say it out? Because you'll be kind of too. Oh, okay. Maybe you can put near the screen so that we can see. We cannot hear you.
Unmute. Is it yes, okay please. Now?
Speaker 1, yes.
Yes, speaker 1 is Ali.
Yes.
Nice to meet you. And then your time is very perfect. It's 1 minute 58 seconds. So it's inside 2 minutes for Joyce. You also pass the time, and you utilize the time very well, 2 minutes 30 seconds. So as Jessica and the fourth one, sorry, I forgot the name, but you shot that. And then it's also 2 minutes speech. And for Bharat, it's 2 minutes 25 seconds. So they're all within the time zone.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Timer. All the speakers, if we were in a contest, you would qualify to be voted. Thank you very much. We will do a poll at the end of our meeting, and we'll open up the poll later. Thank you very much. Back to you, Toastmaster.